Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We are here to talk about all things SEO, trends, and any questions you have about Etsy. Really excited to be here. It has been a jam packed day, and we're going to go ahead and pull open the Facebook group and see some of your questions that you might have submitted. And then any questions you have that you would like covered, feel free to send them here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. We have a really exciting thing coming up next week, by the way, for anyone who is really looking for one-on-one guidance. We have something really cool coming out next week on Monday. So stay tuned for that. If you're on our email list, it's a good time to watch it. I'm going to share my screen. Gosh, somehow this restream got all messed up. Hang on. There we go. Low competition and high searches. Yes, my question for you, this person's asking low competition and high searches. My question is for you is where are you getting that search data from? Because Etsy is their API access doesn't show certain search data. So certain search data when you're looking at different platforms that offer uh, platforms that offer estimates on Etsy search data. Those are purely estimates, and they're using third-party data providers. So that is why you're going to see different numbers on different platforms. And that would actually be really interesting to show sometime. Why does Sales Samurai provide different numbers than Marmalade or Everbee or eRank, right? They all will give some different numbers. So what we are doing is not we're with our clients that we work with, we do not recommend that. Just going for low competition, high search volume, because the data is not usually directly from Etsy. It's usually a third-party data provider. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Any questions you have? It looks like we have some questions coming through the chat. Okay. Yeah, this is my calendar, by the way. Hang on. Very busy. We have a coaching call in 25 minutes. So we'll be over there doing our coaching call. If you are in the program, make sure to come ask questions. We have a couple questions in the chat that we will focus on first. Oh my goodness. And then it looks like we missed some of your questions on Wednesday. So 21 comments over there. So we'll pull that up in a second. But first of all, will you ever film a step-by-step video about email marketing by chance? So our email marketing strategies work extremely well. Email marketing was actually the first thing that I hired for this business, for our coaching business. And it was back actually almost 2 years ago this spring. And it was only myself, my husband, and our YouTube video editor at the time. And then I hired, like, I call him the king of email marketing, and he's amazing. And I've learned so much about effective email marketing. And yeah, so it's we could definitely do a video on email marketing if that would be interesting. I don't know if that'd be interesting. We haven't really had that requested before. We do talk about email marketing in our program, but we have not had that requested for YouTube. However, yes, we have built up, we have like, goodness, 50,000, 55,000 plus contacts now with our email list. And we've really, right now, we are using still Kajabi for running our email marketing. We'll be shifting off of Kajabi, but that's a bit of a process we're in the middle of right now. Okay. Okay. Shahida asked a question. Wedding and baby, I've heard you say wedding and baby are very profitable. If you have a laser, apart from those categories, what else can give you a fast ROI? So, the reason I don't like this question is because if you're looking for a fast ROI, I will say nothing worth doing is a get rich quick scheme. Um, Nothing worthwhile, nothing that will bring you consistent, stable income is a fast ROI. It's hard work, it's consistency. It's really about putting in the reps before expecting results. Um, Let me show you something actually. I don't know if you guys follow. I don't know if you guys saw this the other day. Okay, I think it was on this series. I don't know. Do you guys know Alex and Layla? Where was it? Yeah, this is I think this is what I was thinking of. Simple hack for getting good at anything, or you could replace that with simple hack for getting an ROI. Um, Doing something 1,000 times before complaining that it's hard. So, really, if you're just looking for a fast ROI, I would not be starting a business, for the purpose of a fast ROI. If you're looking for a fast return on your investment, which essentially is usually time in the beginning, you might as well be driving Uber or doing grocery delivery because that would be the most quick ROI, okay? Or start cleaning houses or something. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I would just caution you against looking for a fast ROI. Let's see. Here's another question. Which case is a good idea to simply optimize a listing? And in which occasion is it more convenient to renew it? Greetings from Mexico. Hola to you. Um, so, if you have a listing that has renewed, like auto renewed, or you manually renewed it, and it has not sold more than 2 or 3 times, I would just create a new listing. Um, I would just create a new listing. If it's only auto renewed like once, right, then you can make updates and optimize the listing. Um, Etsy actually says when you renew a listing, it gives it very, very temporary boost. When you create a new listing, it says that you get a boost as short as a few hours. Okay, so as short as a few hours, and they say that renewing a listing is less effective and less powerful in the boost that you get from a renewal versus a new listing published. So, if it's one renewal or less, I would just, renew after you optimize. If it is multiple renewals, I would just close that listing down because it already has a really negative conversion rate. And honestly, our sellers don't typically renew a listing when they optimize. They're just optimizing, uh, and they see a change even with that. Okay. My goodness, lots of questions. Let's go into some of the questions on this Facebook group, though, because I know you guys submitted here as well. Okay. How to create more visibility on your 3-month store with Christian designs. Okay. I would say really need to elevate the branding, and these types of Amazon style photos typically would not do well on Etsy. I'm also concerned about design for you right now just because, it's print on demand. I'm not seeing personalization, and our SEO is so focused on the product. I'm just a little concerned about you getting in front of profitable customers. This doesn't feel like an elevated, like, Christian-themed shop necessarily. I would say if you are wanting to go that route, we actually have, a couple great clients that are in our program that have done it in a very, like, modern, trendy way, but I would stay away from, these types of designs where it's a clear square. It just, or it's not centered, the spacing is just a little off, or it's difficult to read. So, I would say design is the biggest area to focus on, and you have 430 listings, only 7 sales, which just means we're really giving ourselves a negative shop quality score. And you could honestly, if you keep doing listings in this way, you could have 4,000 listings and you'd be seeing the same results. So, basically, my big advice to you right now is stop creating new listings, clean house, trim the fat, and really curate this down to only compelling designs that are really targeting profitable customers. Okay. We really want to stay away from fonts like this as well. Okay. So, design would be very helpful for you. This weekend, we actually have, let me show you this. We have a great class this weekend on Saturday or Sunday. Let me see. I have a coaching call in 15 minutes. We have best practices for pricing on Saturday, how to compete in a saturated market on Sunday. I also have another coaching call for you on Sunday. Where's the design one? Next weekend, creating your own mock-ups. This is something where our coaching team just had a training yesterday. We train as a coaching team once a week, and uh, really interesting. We talked a lot about the new products on Printify that don't have, really strong mockups available. And this is going to be great for you if you're leveraging those. Okay. Awesome. One more thing. We want to talk about SEO today. So I do want to send over something your way. We are having a 50% off sale with Etsy. Give you this. So it's basically you get 50% off 150 listings or more with this code take 50 off. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. Whoop. Here it is. And we added another listing bundle size because you guys had requested it. So we scroll down, we added a bundle quantity with, I believe it was a 25 listing bundle. So that is now available for you. And you can try any of them for $1. I'll put that's in the chat there. And if you're like, oh, I just want to try it without any spending $1, we'll give you this one free listing. You can check that out here. And this is our proprietary software that we developed last year, which really just optimizes your listings for you. And I'll show you how that does it. I'll just do one for you. And maybe we'll pull open one of these listings from one of these shops here. If you have a listing that you would like optimized, put it in the chat. Okay, I don't see one. Let's pull one from Facebook. Excuse me. This person said she is not getting views and visits on her wood signs and home decor. Okay. Couple reasons why. Number one, I do think that we are outdated with design. So we are a little outdated with the design style. This worked well like 5 to 10 years ago. This kind of thing did well. The wooden like shelf signs, right? You'd see those even in like Francesca's, definitely Hobby Lobby. These would do well, but I would say it's not what does well now. So, what I would say for you, let's do some SEO for you. Okay. So what we'll do is I'm just going to screenshot this and put this in. So what we're going to do is upload a listing or upload a photo. So here it is. We're uploading the image. Now, a couple of reasons I would say this is a little outdated. The shape of the sign, the circular shape, the wood with the black writing, this font style, specifically the script, and this kind of what is the word for that? That kind of graphic element with the border. It just is not trendy anymore. So that is one thing that's probably happening, which is just your images are going to give you a low click through rate. Okay. So Etsy is basically processing the image. It's asking me, is this a correct synopsis of what this is? I'm going to say yes. And it's just going to ask me a couple of clarifying questions. Dimensions, I'm going to say 15-inch round. Oh, it already knows that it's round. Is it made of solid wood, MDF, or another material? What is the thickness? Ooh, good question. 1 inch thick. I'm going to just say solid wood, even though it's probably, actually, maybe it is. Any color options for the background or text? I'm going to say no. Keywords to highlight that we haven't covered. No, I think it's got it all. Nope. Yeah, usually the first synopsis of what it gives you is pretty much exactly what it is, unless you want to add specific words that are really trending that like maybe it's a brand that is using a specific word in their product mix, and you're wanting to attract that same type of customer. Uh, so if there's something very specific you want to add in that's not clear from the photo, then you would just grab that and add it in there. But okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Okay, I'm going to do title A. It gives you 2 title options. Then you can also go back and create another set of 2 titles from this. Now, I selected title A. Now I'm asking it to just create the rest of the listing for me. So it's going to give me, well, first of all these keywords are here. I can use those in a blog, on a website, in an article, just some really a strong set of SEO that you can use for other things. Alt text. Now it gives you 5 different sets of alt text. Now the reason it gives you 5 sets and not 10 because there's 10 photos is because you do not need alt text on every single photo. So for example, you do not need alt text on a photo like this. You do not need alt text on a photo like this. I would not even do alt text on that. I would only be doing alt text on the product itself for this. Okay, if you're going to do alt text on something like this, you'd want the alt text to reflect what's in that image, which is like stain colors, color swatch, which really does not help someone purchase the product, right? It's not going to be a strong lead, you could say. So there's 5 images here, so we're going to do the 5 sets of alt text. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out there about alt text. People think you need it on every single thing, and you really, really do not. And then my full description is there. Perfect. I'm just going to click copy and paste right into my listing, and then all my tags, which you all know, the tag character limit is annoying, right? And so this gives you your full set of 13 tags, right? Strong, consistent SEO, very functional SEO, and it's all done for you. And then you go ahead and you can create a new listing and upload it. Now, if you'd rather, let's say you're going to duplicate this. Let me see here. She is not duplicating. Well, she did here, but this isn't a listing that I would recommend duplicating. Looks like you have a couple of versions of things. Let's say you wanted to create another listing here. Then you can go in under your listing history and click generate a new version. And then you get another set of really two more sets of new SEO. So it's really great for our strategy of repositioning for new customers. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and if you want the 50% off, just go ahead. We have thousands of users. We actually had thousands of users in the first month, but you can grab that here and 50% off 150 listings or more. If you want to get exactly 150 listings, just go down and you can do a custom bundle here. Okay. Awesome. Let's take a look at some of your other questions. I do see some in the chat happening. Here we go. Someone says, I'm going to open an Etsy shop soon, French handmade Catholic unique items. Should you start with only your best items or with a few more? I would try to use well, we have a framework called the 7 types of products where it's really just different listings have different purposes, but I would say, at least 8 to 10 would be a good number for you. Just make sure you're not competing with yourself in search results since you are going pretty specific, handmade, Catholic, unique items. Um, if anything is personalized, that'd be a good thing to start with too. Let's see. Chris, what are the best strategies for handling seasonal demand fluctuations? I would say it all comes down to your product mix and your LTV. So, how can we serve our customer in many areas of their life for 4 to 7 years? If you have a very seasonal business, we want to focus on serving that customer in other times of the year. So, it really comes down to your customer LTV and your product mix, and building a more dynamic product mix that will increase the lifetime value of the customer. And so that's something we do at the very start of the program. It is right here. We have new Meet the Coaches areas, by the way. If you want to know, okay, who are my coaches? We have these really cool new areas we just added where you can meet all of our coaches. So, and when you're in this, you have 2 to 3 coaches plus myself assigned to you. Okay. But go. Okay. So it's why we start with targeting profitable customers and then using this 7 types of products framework to build the product mix for them. That will build more consistency into your business throughout the year. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, and the person who is looking to expand, there's someone looking to expand, aware it's not a get rich quick. First 3 months was crickets. Okay. So what I would want to do is look at your current customer and look at how can we serve them in more ways. We always want to look at where you have leverage currently because that is where changes will have the quickest impact. So if you're looking for a quick ROI, it's not necessarily a specific product, but it's really looking at the area of the business you currently have leverage in and then really just using that. So for example, if someone you're selling candles. Let's say you're selling candles and then, uh, what are those little, like, incense stick holder things? I don't know what those are called. Uh, let's say you're selling those 2 things, and let's say 80% of your product mix is candles, 20% is the incense stick holders, and the incense stick holders, that's all that's selling. That is where you have leverage. You don't have leverage in the candles. So doing more things for that candle customer, it's not gonna be a fast ROI. The fastest ROI would be, what else would someone buy with what they're currently buying from me? So let's say they're buying the incense stick holders. Okay, why don't we just sell like sampler packs of actual incense sticks? Or why don't we combine the holders into a, cute bundle for someone to have on a shelf? Or I'm not sure how, where people place those, but that is, we want to look at where we have leverage, and then that's where you'll see the quickest results, I would say. Okay, cool. I have a coaching call with our students right now. Students, clients, we kind of mix up the wording, but right here. So when you are in our coaching calls, all you click is join live and you are in the call. Okay. And if you're not able to make it, all you do is submit your questions and then just catch the recording after. So, um, I do 2 calls a week. I have a call today. I have a call in 48 hours on Sunday. So, yeah, there's plenty of time to get your questions answered. And I will see you guys in the platform. I better jump in there. But hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. And if you'd like to get the 50% off at SEO, the coupon code is at the top of the website. Thanks, guys.